let's talk about the attacks on the nuclear facilities and a statement that has come in from the IAEA, the International Atomic Energy Agency, the watchdog, the nuclear watchdog, which has said that based on the latest available satellite imagery, it can now be confirmed that there has been some damage to the entrance buildings of Iran's underground Natanz fuel enrichment plant. No radiological consequence is expected, and there is no additional impact that has been detected at the Natanz facility itself, which was severely damaged also in the June conflict. So currently, nuclear facilities have been attacked, and remember, this was the claim that the United States and Israel went on to say. They said that there was an existential threat to Israel, which is why they had to strike. But now, in the latest, we are looking at the war now expanding further, multiple countries also coming in. What's going to happen next? That's what we're going to talk about. And Ambassador Sajjanar, if you can come in here on what next in Iran. As we just mentioned, Israel has said boots on the ground is ruled out completely. Same is the case with the United States as well. We spoke about regime change and whether that is a possibility at all. But multiple experts have also pointed out that Iran comes with its own set of challenges. It's not going to be easy, and just taking out Khamenei is not the end of a regime change or the end of the hostilities with Iran.
Yeah, you're very right, Pratibha. This is, a layered issue, and let me deal with a couple of things here. Number one, as far as the internal situation in Iran is concerned, I think it was a very serious miscalculation, in my view, now on the part of the United States and Israel to think that if the top leadership is eliminated, that a regime change will take place, that the whole country will rise up against the Islamic leadership. I think they should have realized, they should have known that, this is a government that has been constructed, that has faced multiple challenges over the years. And, whether they are political challenges or they are military challenges, they have faced and they have been able to deal with it. There is a big infrastructure that has been created, and ideologically, the people are very, very committed and very motivated. So we've seen that very correctly that, as far as Iran is concerned, as soon as Ayatollah Khamenei was eliminated, you have a guardianship council with Masoud Pezeshkian, who is the president, also the Chief Justice of the Iranian Supreme Court, and one of the representatives of the clergy from the guardianship, from the committee of experts who's been appointed. And they are the ones who will be running the state of, the affairs of the state going forward. So I don't think there is going to be that sort of, complete crumbling down. There is no Venezuela to be seen here, and this is continuing, and that is what we have witnessed over the last 2-3 days that the war has been going on, that there has been no let-up whatsoever as far as the response of Iran is concerned. The second point, I think the big miscalculation from the American side was that, Iran has limited arsenal of its missiles. It will not really be able to strike back in any significant way, but we have seen that it has not only been striking at the American assets in the region, it's not only been striking at Israel, but it has been going far beyond. It has been hitting out at all even the civilian centers, even commercial centers, even going as far away as Cyprus, hitting the UK base there. So it is expanding, it is widening the region. That is what it always wanted. And basically the calculation from Iran was that these countries would be able to apply pressure on the United States to curtail the operations against Iran. But I think that has been a serious miscalculation for Iran, because it has acted quite the reverse way. It has been proved to be counterproductive, because rather than pressurizing the United States, these countries have joined the United States. We've seen how Qatar has joined in, and there were reports that they have shot down some of the missiles and some of the projectiles from Iran. And all these countries, whether Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia has been hit as you've been telling on your channel, this Rastanura oil field, that has been hit. Of course, we still don't know what is the measure of damage that has been committed there. So I think there have been serious miscalculations on both sides, but regime change doesn't seem to be now on the cards, because although Mr. Trump in his address last evening, India Standard Time, he said that the people of Iran should rise up. This is the only opportunity that they have to take up, their future in their own hands. There doesn't seem to be much appetite for amongst the people. And we have seen that this regime in Iran, this is consolidating, at least so far. Once their missiles and drones start running out, I think that is when we'll have to wait and see as to what approach the Iranian government takes. The last point I'd like to make here is, whatever Iran has said that the Strait of Hormuz is blocked, America has said it is not. But actually, there are 150 ships, 50 tankers in the Persian Gulf. They are not venturing forth. In fact, the marine insurance companies, they have stopped issuing insurance for any ships that are plying through this region. So this is, whatever the two sides might say. But for all practical purposes, on the ground, or shall I say on the water, nothing is sailing, nothing is really happening there.
This is the image that shows the extent of damage that has been caused as well. And Lieutenant General Kulkarni, what do you make of it? This is IDF now making it clear that in the heart of Tehran, no matter how protected any area is, it will come under attack, and these videos are proof.
Absolutely, Pratibha. They don't need to have boots on ground. They can see everything, strike everything, destroy everything. First. Secondly, you find that the interim council itself will not be able to operate because everyone has been knocked off. Thirdly, there will be total electronic warfare. You'll have suppressions, you'll have cyber warfare. There will be no way they can communicate with one another. And fourthly, resulting in absolute berserk firing by the Iranians wherever. Because if you are continuously not sleeping for the last 5 days, you can well imagine what it is going to happen. Most of us who sit in here for 3 hours, we find it difficult to cope up with. So 5 hours, 5 days continuously, 3 days continuously, no sleep, continuous firing, continuous disruptions. You don't know what's happening, where you can't communicate with one another. It's not going to be easy. Tehran will find it extremely difficult. Leadership crisis, political crisis, military crisis, everybody will be on its own. Whatever he has, he will fire. And there will be nothing backing up for it. And I think it's real crisis for Iran. And with the kind of pressure building up after 5 days, Iran is on the back foot now. It's time Iran has to realize it, that until and unless it wishes not to become Gaza, therefore it is so much better that it turns to some kind of a negotiation. It appears also some negotiating moves are being made backdoor. It is much better now, not surrender, but come out with pride and say so that, well, let's put an end, because rightly so, the Chinese have started putting pressure that the Strait of Hormuz can't be closed. So I don't think they can close it, or even if they do shut, like what the ambassador has rightly said, that there are ships not moving through the Strait of Hormuz. If that is the situation, then there will likely to be a crisis. But yes, serious crisis of decision making will soon emerge from Iran in the next 72 hours.
Okay, all right. But Lieutenant General Dillon, is that your assessment of the Iran situation as well? Why are they firing on all sides? And is this the transition that we are seeing in Iran while, on the very first day, the supreme leader was killed? It's day 4 now, and Iran is still continuing to fight back on the claim that Iran has made as well. When US said that we have unlimited supply of ammunition, Iran said we are ready for it. Is it false bravado because they don't know what to do, because they still don't know what is the viable way out of it?
Ma'am, if you look at when the war is going on, I have been saying a very strong narrative building and psychological operations will also go side by side. In a war of this magnitude, bringing down a drone or flying a drone or having a video of a drone coming down is a very, very normal, small little thing. And this claim of firing on the headquarters and other things, I don't see the commanders being in the headquarters anymore after the first day's strike. Notwithstanding, as General Kulkarni was very rightly saying, some networks, some communication hubs, some storage facilities, some mainframes, all those things would have got destroyed, and it would impact the exercise of command and control. I don't visualize many commanders dying anymore now. They will die individually, but their exercise of command and control over their troops would be affected. But all armies, all defense forces have their integral communication and command and control networks. Most of it is line bound and most of it is underground, and which also has the capability to get repaired. And having said that, I don't think the damage would be very grave, but yes, the damage will be there. Now talking about Iran firing missiles all over and in all directions.
Okay.
If you read Iran's press releases and things very carefully, it says first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave. It is firing in salvos.
Okay.
It is not firing all around. And every time the salvo is fired or the wave is fired, you see some of them getting through and impacting the intended targets. So there is a method in madness, but notwithstanding, as General Kulkarni very rightly said, there is a degradation which is taking place. But I would repeat, without boots on ground, no regime change can be effectively organized. Especially after May last year, 11,000 people who were trying to be heroes having been eliminated on ground. I don't see anyone raising their head again very soon.